The teams going out of the Champions League really hurt Arsene Wenger. Now his sights are firmly set on domestic bliss. And with that massive Premiership showdown with Manchester United coming up on Wednesday next, it's a question really of getting the balance right with his team selections for these two fixtures of such huge prominence. Today it's Sylvain Wiltord and Franny Jeffers starting up front rather than Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp, although both are on the bench. Martin Keown returns in central defence earlier than expected. Pascal Cygan is suspended. Ashley Cole is back too after injury on the left. And so as well then in goal is David Seaman with that amazing 1,000 career appearances. Such strength in depth. Wenger can constantly shuffle his pack and still always come up, it seems, with a team of real substance. They'll miss the extra flair that Robert Pires provides. He's still sidelined. But it is a team that, as usual, carries such menace going forward. And from midfield, the manager will be looking to his captain, Patrick Vieira, to lead the initiative in matching what will certainly be an aggressive, combative, in-your-face approach from a Sheffield United side anxious to narrow the odds any way they can. Indeed, no surrender. That will be the Sheffield United war cry. A mix of muscular commitment and steely resolve with some real attacking verve has already earned them significant scalps this season. And even without recent regulars such as Dean Windass, who's cup-tied, it's a starting 11 fully capable of giving Arsenal a real run for their money. Peter Unlove, the excellent Michael Brown, and young Michael Tong have all demonstrated their match-winning potential this season, as of course has the scoring hero of the last round, lifelong Arsenal fan Stephen Cabot. He takes his place up front alongside veteran Wayne Allison. And it's certainly a flourishing blend of youth and experience that Neil Warnock has assembled. Like Tong, Phil Jagielka, only 20, is a genuine prospect. And at the other end of the scale, 38-year-old Stuart McCall, an FA Cup finalist and indeed double scorer with Everton way back in 1989. He'll again roll up his sleeves and defy those passing years for the cause. One surprise, though, is in central defence. Jagielka plays there rather than at fullback. Sean Murphy has been dropped. Taking the whistle then is one of English football's top referees, Graham Poll. But he's just thrilled to be here today. Neil Warnock, lifelong Sheffield United fan. It's his dream, he says, to manage the club. And beyond that dream, I'm sure to have got this far in the FA Cup. And who knows, it might just be the day of the underdog and Sheffield United's moment of triumph. Arsenal's form has been rather unconvincing lately. Certainly they were lacklustre in last weekend's 1-1 draw with Aston Villa. The pressure is on them in terms of the Premiership. But they have now another cup final appearance firmly set in their sights. And so often they have risen to the occasion in this competition during the Frenchman's magnificent reign at Highbury. As indeed in the quarter-final replay in their win over Chelsea when they produced a stirring display of such quality. Edu, who's playing in midfield rather than Gilberto, although his compatriot is again on the bench. And I'm sure we'll see him feature against Manchester United in midweek. David Seaman, there had been some suggestion they might delay his return until that game with United. But Wenger has gambled on him today at the expense of Stuart Taylor, who certainly hadn't let Arsenal down during Seaman's absence. It's no reflection on the way that he'd been playing. On by Jeffers at the sharp end then alongside Sylvain Wiltord. Here's Edu, who was a scorer against Manchester United here in the 5th round. Now Peter Unlove. There is full of tricks. Couldn't get away from Ray Parlour. But clearly the challenge was an illegal one then from the Arsenal man. He hasn't started that many games this season, Parlour, but never lets them down. Very useful player to have around when you have so many big games to get through, such a demanding schedule. Page has gone up for the kick. Should be Siemens. Oh, Page had got round the back of him. How his career has taken off since his move to Sheffield United. Discarded by Watford, but given a new lease of life under Neil Warnock. And one or two have also had their careers reach a peak again since playing under Warnock. He really has got the best out of players. Ljungberg, who of course is hoping to go on and score in a third successive FA Cup final. Nobody's ever done that in the history of the competition. Sylvain Wiltor taking on Jagielka. Jeffers came darting in on that near post. There was danger then for Sheffield United. Allison having to fend off Campbell, which is no easy task. He's a real battler up there though, Wayne Allison. There's some good work from Wiltor. And Jeffers read his intentions too. Jagielka's kick. Away by Campbell. Not too far though. Swept through by Brown. No offside. Arsenal survive. Here's Patrick Vieira. Plodded on a little gingerly there. Now Michael Tong's been penalised. And I think, is it going to be a yellow card maybe? No, just a reprimand and a warning from Graham Poll. Sensible refereeing to my mind. Brown, who fired that shot through. And a worrying moment for the Gunners. Edu. Arsenal knowing they have to match them physically. And it's not going to be easy. Vieira. Smuggled away by Page. Now Peter Unlove. That's great defensive work though from Parler. He come charging back. Jeffers. McCall was snapping away at him. Maybe 38 McCall, but he plays like an 18-year-old sometimes. The amount of ground he covers. That was a poor challenge then by the Welshman Page on Jeffers. Tugging him back by the shirt. He just deceived him then really, Jeffers. Then an arm round his neck for good measure. It's one way of stopping him. Edu. And such tenacity and tigerish tackling from Sheffield United. Unlove. No, he can't get away from Lauren. Now he might. Well in Edu, but at the expense of a throw. Such a bubbly character, Peter Unlove. And he can give Arsenal some problems with his sorcery on the flank. It was Campbell's header. Here's Vieira striding away now. Taking on McCall. And almost a tremendous pass set for Wiltor. Just had the right weight on it. But Paddy Kenny and that Sheffield United goal, quick to spot the problem and the danger. But again, the vision there of Vieira very much to the fore. Ljungberg, now then to Wiltor. Brown just getting in ahead of Vieira. Tong. Parler then to Jeffers, giving Arsenal some width. Here's Parler again, then Lauren. They are such a good passing team, Arsenal. And they will be patient in probing for an opening. Ashley Cole. To Vieira. Now Keown. A rare excursion upfield, but to no avail. Thanks to the intervention by John Curtis. Here's Tong, who has some license to roam in this formation. Michael Brown. United's top scorer this season was 17 goals from midfield, including 2 in that thrilling comeback against Ipswich in round 4. Arsenal resisting well. Now on the counter charge with Freddie Ljungberg. Vieira. They're not getting any space. Sheffield United won't allow them any. Here's Cabba, but he's lost out to Edu. Now it's Wiltor. But again, United is so combative. They will contest and dispute possession everywhere. And that was late then from McCall on Ljungberg, and that surely will be a yellow card. Just had too much guile and pace for him there, and he left his foot in, McCall. Thou shalt not pass. First caution of the afternoon, and I suspect it may not be the last. Been so looking forward to this game today, Stuart McCall. One last chance to win the FA Cup, you would think. Oh, no flag for offside. I think Graham Poll just allowing play to go on. Only about 6 of them. And there is the flag. But with Kenny in possession, why not just get on with it? Again, good refereeing by Graham Poll. Paddy Kenny, who is very much the number 1 at Sheffield United these days. He's missed only 1 game this season. Cabba. Outgunned though by Ashley Cole. Born in South London, but a Gunners fan from an early age, Stephen Cabba. Thierry Henry is his hero. And he says he wants his shirt at the end of the game. Well, maybe Henry won't come on. If he does, there'll be a few Sheffield United defenders after his shirt during the game. Much relief, I'm sure, among the United players that Henry hasn't started. But if it stays this way, there'll be a few anxious glances towards the bench, awaiting his entrance. Wiltor, who himself is no slouch up front. Edu. Oh, the tackles are flying in. Again, Graham Poll has taken action in terms of giving the free kick. Wiltor. As United endeavour to keep their concentration at the back. Kozluk in trouble there for a moment. Bit of a misunderstanding with his goalkeeper. And Ljungberg took advantage. Here's Lauren. Then to Parla. Some neat approach play here. Ljungberg. And a huge sigh of relief from the United fans as Kenny collects it in. Parla to Edu. Arsenal just beginning now to stamp their authority on the game. But they won't give the Brazilian that much time. Now comes Brown. Options right and left. Cabba to his right. Just teasing Cole. Now Brown to whip it in dangerously too towards Allison. Just couldn't make a connection. But a real source of encouragement here for Sheffield United. Lauren just about had it under control. That's a dangerous ball then from Michael Brown. He does possess a real eye for an opening, as well as his ability to finish himself. Some outstanding goals among that collection of 17 for United this season. Brown's corner. Seaman fisting it away. Only as far as Kozluk. Here's Cole. Now Tong. foul there by Cole. Maybe a little ring rusty on his return to the team. Whatever, I think it's going to earn him a yellow card. Not too much argument about it either. Not what you expect from an England international. Not a player of his class and quality. He's got to fight on to reclaim his place, of course, for England from Wayne Bridge. Will I wonder, will David Seaman be England's #1 next time around? Good love. Parlow was after him. And again. That's some terrific work then by Parlow. No real accuracy on the pass, but my word, he is working so hard, so diligently in Arsenal's cause. Well, he'll be looking on with great interest, with Wednesday in mind. Tremendous result, of course, for Manchester United yesterday. Their 6-2 hammering of Newcastle, which means it's now a 2-horse race for the title. And they meet on Wednesday night at Highbury. Yeah, it'll be that sort of night, Arsenal. Curtis whacking it clear, Campbell underneath it, then Lawrence stepping in, but here's Brown for Sheffield United. It's a real stage for Brown to show what he can do today. United with a player down injured, they might have 2 now for that tackle from Graham Poll. He should be booked for that. He didn't play the ball. On by Vieira to Edu. Now Jeffers might get a shooting opportunity here. Wiltor off the post. Wiltor again. And then in, yes, from Freddie Ljungberg. The home fans still howling in derision. United had a player down injured. Play was allowed to go on. And Arsenal, through Freddie Ljungberg, have taken full advantage. Might have been a hint of offside there for Jeffers. He kept battling away. Wiltord shot, rebounding off the upright. Seemed maybe they had cope then, Sheffield United, but it wasn't to be as Ljungberg arrived on the scene. The hero of last season's FA Cup final, Freddie Ljungberg, coming up with another vital goal. A moment at last for Wenger to celebrate. Well, it's been hard graft for Arsenal so far, but at last they have gone in front on 34 minutes through Ljungberg. And down on the sidelines too, Neil Warnock is getting involved with the 4th official, Alan Wiley. And I imagine that is to do with the fact that there was a player injured. And Graham Poll let Arsenal go on. Allison, I think, was the player hurt. And there's been a bit of a heated exchange between Warnock and the 4th official. Here's McCall. Well, they have matched Arsenal stride for stride until the goal, Sheffield United. Now we'll see what their character is made of. Campbell clashing there with Allison, who thought he went down too easily anyway. I don't think there was too much contact, in fairness. Then we had the challenge from Graham Poll, who took out Michael Tong. I think we can give Graham Poll an assist on that goal. I hope he didn't shout yes when they scored. This is Carlos Saba. He might be needed now. It will certainly be a like for like if that is a swap to be made, if Allison can't go on. Saba, a similar style of striker. Wiltor combining with Ljungberg. There'll be 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first 45 minutes. There certainly have been a few stoppages for one reason or another. Campbell happy to settle for the throw. He has been generally commanding at the back, as he so often is. He went off injured in last season's semi against Middlesbrough here, Sol Campbell. Now Vieira, some elegant control. And the early ball in search of Will Tor. Kenny alive to the danger. Curtis, I think that's a bit heavy for Allison. Especially against Sol Campbell. Came from Tranmere on a free back in the summer, Wayne Allison. Not a fixture in the team. But with other players cup tied, they certainly need him for this game today. Need his belligerence up front. There's the confirmation of those 3 extra minutes. Will Tor against Robert Page, who's come out on top. Then Tong. Just flashes of inspiration from Tong. I think they need him more consistently involved. Same applies to Brown, who's on the ball here. What a snip he's been. Just £400,000 he cost some 3 years ago from Manchester City, Brown. Now they value him about 10 times that figure. Good header from Allison. Here's Cabba. Looking to take on Keown. He did well too. Just couldn't service his teammates in the middle. One minute of stoppage time has now been played. Good control from Allison initially. There's Cabba. Now Curtis. Allison with Campbell for company. Peter Unlove. Excellent work from the Zimbabwe international, but a disappointing ball played in. And the chance has gone. Parler now on the rebound for Arsenal. Warren, who couldn't do that again if he tried. Certainly didn't deceive Cabba. Unlove now plying his trade down the right. Tong is operating more in midfield. Allison. Here's McCall. On by Kozluk. Brown. Wanting some movement ahead of him. Bit pedestrian here, United. You do need a spark, that's for sure. Jagielka. I think they'll stretch them that way. And indeed, the flag is up for offside. They need more craft and imagination than that if they're going to break Arsenal down. There's some worried faces among those Sheffield United fans, but not out of it yet by any means, as half-time beckons. It certainly hasn't been an easy afternoon for the Gunners so far. But a controversial goal sees them in front at half-time. Graham Poll allowing play to go on while Allison was down injured. He then barged into Michael Tong of Sheffield United. And at the end of it all, Freddie Ljungberg steered Arsenal in front. The only goal so far. It's been a very tight semi-final at Old Trafford. At the halfway stage, as the boos ring around the ground for the Sheffield United fans, it is Arsenal 1, Sheffield United 0. Back. From me, Peter Brackley, to Old Trafford and the second half of this, the first of today's two FA Cup semi-finals. Arsenal leading Sheffield United by a 1-0, but a controversial goal scored on 34 minutes by Freddie Ljungberg, the Swedish international. Graham Poll, Sheffield United felt, played his part in it, barging into Michael Tong in midfield after having failed to give a free kick in their favour when Wayne Allison went down under the weight of a tackle from Sol Campbell. It was certainly the talking point at half-time and in the tunnel as the teams went off. Neil Warnock, the manager of Sheffield United, having words with Graham Poll about it. He won't change his mind, that's for sure. Unlike in 1999 when the two teams met in the FA Cup, this game will not be replayed whatever happens. They will have to settle it today if they do need to go beyond the 90 minutes. There will be extra time and then a penalty shootout if necessary. But as things stand, it's Arsenal with 1 foot in yet another FA Cup final. It will be their third in a row and their 16th of all time. It would incidentally set a new competition record, but they're still 45 minutes away from that, at least. Now Curtis for Sheffield United, who played with such energy in the first half without really threatening Arsenal too often. Maybe they can here. Campbell. Now Tong. And here is Stephen Cabot. Earning the corner off Ashley Cole. Well, they started the first half in spirited fashion, looking to do the same thing again here. Robert Page again as a target in the centre, along with Wayne Allison. Here's McCall. It's a foul by Edu, the Brazilian, on Brown. Now can Tong deliver from here? Here comes Keown. Screamed the handball from the United fans. It certainly wasn't. Page. On then by Brown. Well, he blamed the turf, but it was his miscalculation, really. John Curtis. They have such a good record in cups this season. Played 11, won 10, Sheffield United. Only Liverpool have beaten them. That was at Anfield in the second leg of the League Cup semi. Now we have an early injury here in the first couple of minutes of the second half. Warnock, who was very upset by the Arsenal goal. And now it's a caution for the offender, Michael Brown, who ruffled a few Liverpool feathers in those Worthington Cup games. He knows this is the stage on which he has to perform if he is to continue catching the eye. He had a dig there at Patrick Vieira. Rightly penalised. Here's Wayne Allison, renewing hostilities with Martin Keown. Now Curtis. On by Tong. Ljungberg. Straight to McCall though. Now here's Brown. Still Michael Brown. Chance, but not taken by Peter Unlove. Didn't really show any conviction there. About as good an opportunity as they've had so far. Onside. But it was an easy take for David Seaman from a very promising position there for Unlove. Man who scored the winner against Leeds in the League Cup at Bramall Lane earlier in the season. It was a disappointing finale. Yeah, he knows that. They might not get many chances. Tong. Now Page and Brown, who teed out that opportunity, not taken by Peter Unlove. Kappa. Unlove. And Kappa again. Trying to outmaneuver Ray Parlour, who had assistance sent from the skipper. But this is better from Sheffield United, and the crowd are sensing it to their fans. Arsenal on the back foot for the moment. It's launched long by Page towards Allison. And then Keown showing his composure at the back. Both he and the goalkeeper Seaman have been out with hamstring problems lately. Back to help shore up the Arsenal defence this afternoon. Vieira. With Brown snapping away at him. And Vieira, I noticed him waving at the bench, so maybe he's had enough. He's carrying this injury quite clearly from earlier on. There did seem to be a signal then towards the dugout. Brown was digging away again, niggling at him. But that's the game plan. United doing their best to stop the likes of Vieira, getting Arsenal going. Brown. Well, some neat combination play, but nothing at the end of it. Vieira, this might be his last contribution of the match. It's not a bad one either. Kenny thought for a moment they was going to catch it, as Wiltor came marauding through the centre. Arsenal preparing to send on Gilberto in place of Vieira. But in the meantime, they have some defending to do. It's Curtis. Then Cabba, who has such quick feet. But Arsenal keeping their solidity, keeping their shape. And they have the free kick now for the foul by Michael Tong. But they're giving it a real go, Sheffield United, in this second half. 10 minutes in, and Vieira departs. And they will be praying, Arsenal, that he's fit for Wednesday. Handing over the captain's armband. Gilberto will slot into midfield in his place. One world-class player replaced by another. Well, he's idolised by the Arsenal fans, Vieira, no wonder. Another very sound contribution from him today. He took a whack there from Brown, and it wasn't the first. Brown claiming he overreacted, but I don't think so. Vieira off, Gilberto on, and David Seaman now wearing the skipper's armband. Well, they can't say he isn't experienced. Wiltor. Jagielka just nicking it away from him. Well, they are gutsy, energetic, Sheffield United, but they need a little more than that. Another Arsenal goal you sense might just see them off now. On by Gilberto. The two Brazilians now in the heart of the midfield. Here's Edu, the other one. And Wiltor, good chance here. But fight save then by Paddy Kenny to deny Wiltor. Some silky approach play. Parlour playing his part there, and Wiltor, then Edu. Defenders running around all over the place. On the retreat. He's been out after a hernia operation, Ashley Cole. His first start, remember, for some time. Up comes Page to join Osaba and co. Arsenal struggling. Brown! Oh, it fell so invitingly for him, but the leading scorer has put it wide. Arsenal left him pretty much unattended there. They were sloppy at the back, but they haven't been made to pay for it. He's always leaning away from it then, Brown. But it's agony for those watching on the sidelines, not to mention up in the stands. Well, he's been absolutely lethal this season with his shooting from long range. Some spectacular goals I've seen him score, and he will put that one down as a really wasted opportunity. We might see Paul Pesky-Solido coming on soon, the Canadian. Another change to be made perhaps by Neil Warnock. As his team endeavour to claw their way back onto level terms. They are giving Arsenal a real fright here now. 64 minutes gone, 65 now. It's still Arsenal 1, Sheffield United 0. But United are threatening. And they've had at least 2 good chances now. Brown, who wasted the second of them. Saba among the targets. It's away by Gilberto. Keown, straight to Brown. And there was a trip then from Gilberto. And despite that miss, I certainly feel he's enhanced his reputation today, Michael Brown. Now, who's this chap? He can play a bit. It's not a bad luxury to have, is it? You can take off Francis Jeffers and bring on Thierry Henry. Right up there now with the very best in the world, Henry. 27 goals this season. He's been used only sparingly in the FA Cup. Just a 1 start against Chelsea in the last round, in the first game, that is. And he did score. Here's Page. Just skimmed off his head as he made his presence felt alongside Sol Campbell. I remember it was no easy ride for Arsenal in last season's semi against Middlesbrough, and this is developing into much the same story. With just over 15 minutes remaining. Still on a knife edge. But Arsenal so capable of sealing their victory with another goal, especially now that Henry is on the field. So they can't relax for a moment back there, United. At this stage, surely another goal would kill off their challenge. A little clumsy from Kozluk. Cross comes Henry to take it. He's hardly got involved so far. Not throwing too many in there, Arsenal. Kenny, the goalkeeper, stays at home. Wise decision in the end. Tong. Kozluk, well, he was upended. Good advantage though, play by Graham Poll. Curtis. It's a wayward pass. Brown almost made something out of it with his tenacity. Ljungberg for the Gunners, sent away by Campbell. This is Cole. Only 6 clubs have previously reached 3 successive FA Cup finals. Arsenal among them. Back in the late 70s. Are they going to do it again? They're on the brink. Henry. Page hustling him a little too hard. Now Pesky Solido is going to come on for Stephen Cabber. Cabber, the man who wants Henry's shirt, remember, at the end of the game. He might have to chase him for it, because he is going to take no further part in the match. Although that switch won't be made for a moment or two. Good defensive clearance. Here's Cabba. Rather Unlove. Free kick to Arsenal. Unlove is furious. Graham Poll unimpressed. But United not caught out by that quickly taken free kick, as they look to impose themselves at the other end through Asaba. Clashing with Campbell. And Asaba's reaction will tell you that Graham Poll felt the United man was a guilty party. Let's see it again here. Who's pushing who? A lot of pulling going on. Well, the arm snaked out there from Campbell. Two strong men. And his Bearcat, will he be needed? I'm sure we're going to see him against United, Manchester United that is, on Wednesday. Brown, Pesky Solido's up with it. Still Brown. Some lovely skill. Another opportunity. It was Cole. It wasn't handball, but it's a let-off for Arsenal. Once again tormented by Brown, but still no end product, not yet anyway. Ashley Cole caught dithering Montgomery. So really hesitant defending then by Cole, who hasn't had the happiest of afternoons on his return to the starting 11. United at Arsenal's throats again here, inside the last 10 minutes. Cole. Youngberg taking a swing at it. And by the looks of things, Arsenal are in for a torrid last few minutes here. Laid off by Montgomery. Henry, lovely change of pace then, as he slipped through the gears. And Kenny just happy to clear, with Sylvan Wiltor bearing down on him. So terrific work then from Brown. That was Montgomery at the far post, and eventually away by Cole, with the crowd, the Sheffield United fans, baying for handball. Now Bearcamp is on in place of Wiltor for the last few minutes. Never a dull moment for those Sheffield United defenders, who now have to face the guile and the sublime skill of Bearcamp, having seen off Sylvan Wiltor. Bearcamp will be forever remembered from the '99 semi-final, of course, against Manchester United, when he had that penalty saved, and United went on to win through that magnificent goal from Ryan Giggs, one of the greatest in FA Cup history. Gilberto played in for Henry. This could finish it. Well, the first touch was okay, but not the second. He is human. Great ball there from Parla. Then Gilberto. Henry onto it in a flash, but he couldn't deliver. It would have been a goal to savour. Warnock wants to take the throw himself. Instead it's Kozlik. It's a long one too for Asaba. Getting goal side of Keogh. And he's won the corner. To set the pulses racing again. Up comes Jagielka. Can they save it here now? They will feel they deserve a goal. Page at the far post. Another corner. They're turning up the heat now on Campbell and Co. Michael Tong will try with this one. Plenty of aerial power in there for the Blades. But can they find a cutting edge? Asaba, Pesky Solido off the line. Oh, and then Brown hitting it wide. Or Jagielka rather at the finish. Goodness me, how did that not go in? What a scramble. That was the header from Page. Pesky Solido, and it was somehow kept out by Seaman. That is a fantastic save. Don't think that's it. Right on the line, or above it anyway. They thought they'd done it then, and then Jagielka dumping it wide. Well, a really dramatic incident there. Pesky Solido, one of United's substitutes, so nearly carved out an equaliser. Would have done so, but for the brilliance, and there is no other word for it than from David Seaman. Breathtaking save then. Who says he's not England's number one? Ljungberg. Now Bergkamp. Gilberto. It's Ray Parlour. And Parlour again. And finally away. Well, he's played 1,000 times in the professional game. I doubt he's produced a better save than that. Point blank range. Pesky Solido must have thought there that they were back level. Well, the goal was a major talking point, and so was that save from David Seaman. 39 now. The reflex is in perfect working order on that evidence. It was a stunning stop from the Arsenal goalkeeper. Just clawed it away then. So nearly behind the line. Really had to react so quickly. Pesky Solido, Asaba. Now it's Parlour on the break for Arsenal. 4 minutes left. And there is the pace of Henry. But no impact made against Jagielka. Well, all credit to Sheffield United. They've done everything but score now in this second half. They've kept Arsenal at bay, restricted them to very few clear openings. But they haven't taken their own chances. Thierry Henry. Now the alarm bells are ringing. Corner to Arsenal. Who aren't exactly storming into the final. Henry will take the kick himself. Bergkamp. It was Gilberto, then Ljungberg. Is his goal going to be enough? Parlour. Kozluk with a foot in the way. As Ljungberg goes to ground. No pink rinse these days for Ljungberg. Perhaps it'll return if they get to the final again. They've got 1 foot in the Millennium Stadium. But they have been taken all the way by Sheffield United. Henry, lovely flick then for Ljungberg. Still they can't finish it off. United hanging on. Montgomery to Curtis. Here's Asaba. No way past Adu and Cole. Henry. Then he got Ljungberg up with him. It might be enough though. Ljungberg with Page and then Henry. And then Becker. There remains a glimmer of hope for Sheffield United. Arsenal have had the opportunities now to secure their place in the final. Not accepted. Well wide then from Becker. They are to go out. They can go out with their heads held high, Sheffield United. Still time. But only about 90 seconds or so. That was Page. Then off the head of Adu for a throw to Sheffield United. That was Cole's header, finding Becker. Henry. Looking to goes past Jagielka. Is that a back pass? No, just an intervention. Back they come again. Brave to the last. And it's almost the last. Adu. Pesky Solido bustling into him. Out by Cole. Make it some 30 seconds or so now remaining. Arsenal preparing to celebrate, but so many will commiserate with Sheffield United unless they can find something here. But no, it's 3 FA Cup finals in a row for Arsene Wenger's Arsenal. What disappointment for Neil Warnock. But what a contest they have given the Gunners. The red-hot favourites are through from this, the first of today's semis, duly claiming their place yet again. Well, they made it in the end, thanks to a wonder save from David Seaman too along the way. Arsenal are through to their 16th FA Cup final. Winners over Sheffield United today by 1-0.